Hey guys, welcome. This is your general reading for all signs for the new moon in Capricorn and solstice. So that was my cat. He's like, about time you started recording, lady. Anyway, as I'm recording this, we are barreling into solstice. So what I want to do is, because I've missed a couple days due to not feeling so great, I want to backtrack a bit, give you a little bit of the astrology for this week. So starting on Monday, we had Venus squaring Chiron. And Chiron being the wounded healer, that may have, and Venus, being our love center, highlighting relationship, wounds, triggers, issues. So Monday may have been a bad day. Sunday may have been a difficult day as well. And Venus was also in conjunct Mars retrograde. And Mars retrograde in Gemini is difficult enough as it is. But Venus in an inconjunct, which there is an astrologer who calls that the great eliminator angle. It's sort of like the visual I get is when you're on the highway and then all of a sudden you zoom across to get on an off-ramp, right? You just abandon your position completely. So that's what it was like between Venus, divine feminine, and Mars, divine masculine, moving backwards in Gemini, the confusion, the on and off, the yes and no. So it could have been some energies where you may have been easily triggered in matters of the heart. So I just wanted to say that was Monday, Sunday, Monday. Tuesday, however, Jupiter finally moved back into Aries. And because he's moving into Aries, that heralds the beginning of a new 12-year cycle. Jupiter takes 12 years to go around the zodiac. So starting back at square one, 0 degrees of Aries, begins a new 12-year Jupiter cycle for all of us. And Jupiter, it's about positive developments. In Pisces, a little bit, muddy, a little bit foggy, a little bit fuzzy. We can get kind of lost when Jupiter's in Pisces, although it's beautiful energy. It's not conducive to kind of taking the ball and running with it. So we may now feel an increase in the pace of opportunities for progress in whatever you've been cooking up but keeping on a back burner. You know how you do that in the kitchen? Take it off the back burner, move it to the front, and give it a go, because Jupiter in Aries is telling you, okay, the time is right. The time is now for growth, for expansion, for positive developments. The only issue we have is that we've got the sun squaring Jupiter. Normally that would be a very difficult geometry, but because it's Jupiter, there's really no bad aspects when you think about it to Jupiter. It's almost as if the sun is giving Jupiter even more oomph, even more energy and positivity, but we have to be careful about things going over the top. So watch that pot on the front burner so it doesn't boil over. That's my little advice. Okay, so that was Tuesday. Now here we are today. And as I'm recording this, it's in advance of solstice, and the sun moves into Capricorn, both occurring at 4:49 p.m. Eastern time. So it'll be 1:49 on the West Coast, and it'll be in the evening across the pond. So check your local listings. I want to first start by wishing a happy solar return to our Cappy sun signs. May you have a beautiful year and enjoy your next trip around the sun. Winter solstice in the northern hemisphere. Of course, we're moving into summer down under in the southern hemisphere. So my apologies to those of you in the southern hemisphere. I'm focusing on winter solstice because it's the shortest amount of available daylight at that time. It's the longest and darkest night of the year. And so what it does is it kind of beckons us to be still, to be meditative, to be quiet, and to remember that the light of the divine always shines bright within us. So it gives us an opportunity. It almost forces a little bit of shadow. I don't know if that's what's been going on with me the past 3 days, because I really didn't have anything diagnosable. But just today I'm starting to feel like, oh, maybe I can peek outside and see the world again. So that hibernating, hermiting, cocooning energy, very big right now. Please give yourself some grace and allow yourself to take the time for that. And so, as I said, sun moves into Capricorn, and then literally like a day and a half later at 5:16 a.m. Eastern time on Friday morning, we have the new moon in Capricorn. Yay, I'm finally at the new moon. It is the last new moon of 2022. We began with the new moon in Capricorn on January 2nd, so we're getting 2 Capricorn new moons in the same year. But because it's coming before the end of 2022, I'm seeing it, and many others have noted that it represents like a turning point because it's coming on the heels of solstice. We're wrapping up this year. It's like our last shot to sort of set some intentions that have some legs, that can go the distance, because Capricorn always guides us to focus on the long term, focus on the future, be responsible, check your bank balance, make sure you don't have all these unnecessary expenditures. It kind of reminds us to be responsible. And the aspects for this particular new moon will play out over the next 3 months. So in effect, when you set intentions with this new moon, do it in the form of your priorities for the first quarter of 2023. If you can look at it like that with almost a business perspective, even if it's in matters of the heart, even if it's in relationships, kind of get like, data specific about it. Like, this is what I want to cover in the first month, the second month, the 3 month. You may actually have really good results. So we are going to have 5 planets in Capricorn. We will have the sun there, the moon there, Venus is there, Mercury is there, and Pluto is there. So this is a no-nonsense new moon. We had our fun. We went all out with the new moon in Sagittarius. That's all about play and going big, right? Because Jupiter rules Sagittarius. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. We are being told to right size our intentions. So see that little finger wag I just did? Very Capricornian, just FYI. So make sure you are committed to doing the work required to reach the top of the mountain, like the Capricorn goat does. Okay, so that's what I have for you. I covered like the whole week in a few minutes, and now I'm just going to pull from, what am I pulling from? Gateway of Light Activation. Figured that made sense for solstice. Let's see what we've got. Temple of Truth. This is your throat chakra, authenticity of self and self-expression. So Temple of Truth, beautiful. Thoth light codes, light initiation, perfect for solstice. Great teacher awakening and divine magic, beautiful. So divine magic, great awakening, great teacher awakening actually, authenticity, self-expression. Gosh, this could be my reading, right? And Pleiadian activation, coming together, harmony in the heavens, and resolutions. Yeah, resolutions. That's a New Year's theme. I know it's sort of archaic these days, but we set them anyway. I set intentions. I don't even use the word resolutions anymore, but I like that we're getting a hint of that harmony in the heavens, in the cosmos, coming together. We are all one. We couldn't have this winter solstice if our friends in the southern hemisphere weren't having, all the light available, and then we kind of meet in the middle, right? And we're all one. It's all unity. We balance each other out, yin yang. So that's my little spiel. I like the oracle. And let's jump in and do our reading. I hope this finds you well. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you enjoy the reading and want to be supportive, click subscribe. Share it if you feel called to do so. This reading is for anybody, any sign. I will be offering an extended, and the link to that is in the description box below. And it will be for all zodiac signs, Aries through Pisces. And I just do little mini spreads, and we kind of tap into the energies coming through. It can be for you or your divine counterpart, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So like 8 opportunities, if you know their placements in their chart. 8 opportunities to receive messages that will help you close out 2022 and move in to 2023 with wonderful intentions. Okay, so we're starting with the Page of Swords. That is our energy. Okay, so Page of Swords, right. We're looking for some information, or we want to deliver a message of truth. Blocker challenge, Four of Cups. So there's some emotional distance that we're dealing with, some dissatisfaction. This does feel like we want to speak our truth about something that is making us unhappy. Could be some, like I said, emotional distance between you and your beloved. What's the opportunity? Knight of Cups. So, okay, so the Knight of Cups, if that's the opportunity, could be somebody coming in with a message from their heart, with an offer of love, with something that feels emotionally vulnerable even. That would be helpful. Underneath Nine of Swords, so in unconscious awareness, there are some concerns about it. Worry, sleepless nights. In the past, Temperance. Beautiful there, Sagittarian energy. Yeah, I feel like that Temperance energy is speaking to how patient you've been, how hard you've worked to stay balanced and to understand that in time, all the energies come into flow and balance. Maybe even some healing has been afforded you, or you've been focusing on some deep healing. Wow, conscious awareness right now, Seven of Wands. That to me, the Seven of Wands is about taking a stand or standing up for yourself. I love this deck with the lion in the background. And it feels as if there's this energy of, I know who I am, I know what I want, I know what I deserve, and that's what I'm taking a stand for. It's a little self-protective. If you notice in this deck, he's inside this circle of flames, so nobody can really get to him. But it feels like it's more about that taking a stand after all this time that you've invested, that you've waited, that you've been patient. Now you're ready to speak up, that Page of Swords, speak the truth, and ask for what you want and deserve. And then going forward, we've got this Five of Pentacles. So sometimes with the Five of Pentacles, it's this energy of feeling out in the cold, feeling disconnected, but it's really about our self-worth and value. So this is going to be an opportunity to focus on getting that sense of the ground beneath your feet back. I'm feeling all this really strong energy of sort of awakening to your inner strength and your power, but there's still something that has to be solved for with the Five of Pentacles. Let's get a message from Spirit. Is the Lovers. There it is. We'll get the hidden energy, Six of Swords, and the outcome is the Hierophant. Wow. So again, the Hierophant, a call to your higher self, is this outcome. It's also a card of conventional committed relationships. So it's, when we take a vow, make a vow, that's Hierophant energy. Very powerful. But in the hidden energies, there's the Six of Swords. This is opportunity to kind of move to calmer waters and get the ground back under our feet and get some tranquility and reestablish a sense of our own sense of self-worth and value, instead of allowing somebody to put it on us, to project on something onto us that doesn't belong. Lovers is beautiful because that's a card of choice. So Spirit's almost saying, the choice is yours, how you're going to play it out. Are you going to move forward, Six of Swords, to something more like where there's more peace of mind? Are you going to stay in this disturbed energy where you're feeling kind of out in the cold on your own, discarded, abandoned? There's scarcity mindset there. There's lack consciousness there. Or are you going to, come from your higher self? This is also an energy. The Hierophant is also your beliefs. It's about your beliefs. What do you believe? What is true for you? When it comes to conventional committed relationships, when it comes to this connection, when it comes to emotional availability and vulnerability, when it comes to who you are and what you stand for. Both the Seven of Wands and the Hierophant are energies of taking a stand for what you believe in. Just taking a stand. Who are you at your core? What does it mean? And how can you live in it more fully, more authentically? Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify a bit. We've got the Page of Swords and the Four of Cups. Queen of Swords. Yeah, Chariot, the Moon. It's a little scary, not gonna lie. It might be a little scary for all of you here, because I feel with that Queen of Swords, there is that total practicality. I know she is an air sign, but I'm feeling the beauty of her Libran energy, which is like, look, let's just cut to the chase, get to the truth. She's truth seeker, truth teller, and it's almost as if you're finally in that moment of, well, if it's practical for me to stay, I'll stay. If it's practical for me to go, I'll go. It depends on what comes through this conversation about the emotional distance or the disappointments or whatever that Four of Cups represents for you. Some of you may just see it as a missed opportunity that, this person had you in their sphere. They had the Ace of Cups and they were focused elsewhere. So take it as it resonates, but it's scary. The moon is telling you, yeah, you're a little afraid of what may come of that moment of truth, of that conversation. So let's look at the Knight of Cups, because that's the opportunity. Three of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, there's Jupiter, and Five of Wands. Yes, this is an opportunity to completely overcome and clear up any conflicts. Ships coming in, Knight of Cups arriving, Wheel of Fortune moving in your favor. Remember I said Jupiter is now in Aries, and there can be positive developments. So there's an opportunity here to release. It's another five. Notice we have the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. To release that negativity, to release the arguments, to release the conflict, to release a sense of competition with whatever. If there's anything you're in competition with or that you perceive you're in competition with, because we do have this Page of Swords, Queen of Swords. You're after a conversation that cuts to the chase and gets to the truth. And that's what you're after. And you're wanting to either move on completely and leave this whole thing behind, or move on to something where you both work together to overcome it by moving to something calmer and more peaceful between you. So the way you do it is by calling in this beautiful emotional vulnerability, theirs as well as yours. Very interesting. Now, you're not going to get, none of us are getting out of here alive anyway. So the Nine of Swords is just telling me here that in our unconscious awareness, our knees are knocking. We are scared. We are anxious. It's, little anxiety is adaptive. It's great when you're about to take a test, to have a little bit of nervous energy, but we don't want to buy into it. We don't want to feed that beast. So let's see what we've got going on here. And this is in your unconscious awareness, so it isn't really running the show, but it could be just enough of that adaptive anxiety, and that's what I think it is now that I see it. Because what you want here, what's in your unconscious awareness is, a little bit of worry. Will they want to work things out? Well, this person, Knight of Wands, somebody returning with passion, someone you see as, very highly energized when it comes to their, not really their affections, but their attraction to you. There's chemistry, there's passion, there's almost, they act on impulse, they show up, sometimes they run out. That in and out energy of the Knight of Wands can be uncomfortable, but I feel like this is somebody that you still want in your sphere, and you're worried, will they even want to work on it, or will they be still in and out? And the Nine of Cups underneath is sort of playing with your energies around some wish fulfillment. Like, wouldn't it be great? I'm a little worried about it, but wouldn't it be great if this person, was as invested in the connection as I am, wants to focus on creative solutions to a problem. Once I bring it up, they don't split, right? Once I bring it up, they're willing to do the work. Very interesting. Temperance in the past. Four of Cups again. Yes, you have been really feeling rejected. This is rejection I'm feeling with this Four of Cups. And really patient though. Two of Swords, patient but also sort of focused on what decision you have to make. Because this feeling, that Four of Cups, it's not sustainable. It's come out twice now. So it started as the blocker challenge, and here it is in the past. And that Two of Swords represents, well, I'm waiting for things to kind of level out a bit. I'm waiting for the energies to come into flow and balance. I'm being patient. I'm, exercising self-control and restraint, but this isn't sustainable. So I've got a decision I have to make. And there's the Ace of Swords underneath. So in your unconscious awareness, insights starting to come into your mind, maybe even during your sleep cycle. Maybe that's why there's some anxiety, because maybe there's a truth that you've been unconsciously aware of, some of you even consciously, that's been driving you to think about this decision you have to make, which is, do I stay or do I go? That has come through a lot. Or, you know, are we going to make it together and be able to move forward together? So now we have the Seven of Wands in your conscious awareness. Strength, yes. This is all about overcoming something, getting on the other side of it, but it comes from being confident in your convictions. That's another part of the Hierophant. Overcoming the obstacles by, you know, taking a stand. And I'm just feeling with the Strength card in the Sun, we got a double hit of Leo here, and the fact that we've got a lion in the background there, I'm feeling very strong Leo vibes. So if you're dealing with a Leo or have Leo in your chart, like I say, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, even the nodes, even the North Node, this could be very specific to some of you. The World, closing out one cycle, a new cycle begins. This happens to be a card of Saturn. Which, you know, right now Saturn's the ruler of Capricorn, so we're in that Saturnian energy, as I described, of things being about lessons learned and growing from them and standing up for what we deserve and overcoming the obstacles and having the strength and the fortitude to I don't want to say demand, to be firm in our boundaries. Seven of Wands, boundaries, right? So we can be happy, still wanting the happiness. Look at these two, looking into each other's eyes. That's the sun. The beauty of the sun is that it's something that shines on all of us or none of us when it comes to solstice. So I'm feeling that energy right now. It's like we're drawing off our inner light. Wow, now that I said that, I am feeling, if you look, and it's almost like he's being illuminated from within. He's kind of glowing there. That's our solstice part of it reading. And then we've got the Five of Pentacles in the near future. Ace of Wands, Page of Swords, Eight of Wands. I feel like that's what your conversation's going to be about. Because we started with the Page of Swords, right? And now we've got the Eight of Wands, and he's looking right at the Eight of Wands. So in your mind, the conversation will be about how you have felt devalued. And that Ace of Wands, it's like, now's my chance. Now's the moment. I'm being handed this opportunity. I better run with it. And what you're running to is that conversation that sort of makes clear how you have felt since you came through with Four of Cups feelings. What was the fallout? The fallout was how you felt devalued. Not just rejected, not just abandoned, completely devalued. So the opportunity for a conversation may come, and now you know the topic of the conversation. So let's take a look at the Lovers. That's a message from Spirit. Four of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. New beginning, if you claim it. And that's Aries energy right there in that Queen of Wands. And that feels like, you know, Jupiter just moving into Aries. We're in this Capricorn season. It's about getting serious about what we want and deserve. The Queen of Wands is nobody's fool, nobody's patsy, nobody's doormat. But there is an opportunity here for a new beginning for the twins, for the soulmates, if you so choose, if you desire. Wow. So let's see the Six of Swords, which is hidden energy. Yeah, I feel like whenever this conversation takes place, it's going to be met pretty much instantly in a positive way. Six of Swords, because your Emperor here, Divine Masculine, has some regrets about the past and would be all so happy for the two of you to move forward, to make peace, to have some peace of mind, to move to calmer waters. So whatever has gone down and what has played out over time, I do have this Temperance card in the past, so I know this is for some of you. You've been moving through this energy for a long time. They're going to be real quick, fast, and in a hurry to repair it and to move beyond it. And in that High Priestess, all I'm seeing is the connection at 5D. And it's almost like as you're sensing them wanting to kind of get beyond it, you're also getting your nerve up, right? The steely spine to have the conversation that you've been dreading, Nine of Swords, for like forever. And it's really, it's impacting your happiness. So when the world is there, it's time to move forward, to speak it into being. Let's see, the Hierophant. Yep, leaving the drama behind, turning your back on drama, Hierophant, Ace of Cups, Eight of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. There's some stability coming in. This could be new love for some of you, leaving behind the drama, opening up to something new with someone else, but it can also be this connection because we've got, Spirit here confirming that there may be a new opportunity with the twin. For some of you, it could be a first meeting with the twin. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Lovers in the Four of Wands, and the Hierophant. So for some of you who do not believe you've been with a twin, you may have that opportunity. That may be something that unfolds as we move forward. You may cut your losses from this situation because you're kind of preparing for that, even though you're a little scared AF. We got the Chariot. Thinking, well, this is my moment, Queen of Swords, I got to be practical about this. They're either going to work on this with me or I've got to go, right? Turn that page. So I do feel that the overall energy I'm seeing in this reading is about taking a stand for the kind of treatment you desire and deserve, always desire and deserve, and the opportunity to have a conversation about that in terms of how it causes you to feel devalued and has, taken a hit on your confidence, but you're getting that back. And then you're either going to move on and find something new. And it feels like that's potential for many of you. And for others of you, you will be able to repair this with the Emperor, who is all too happy to, and, regretful of what's gone down in the past. That's that Five of Cups, regrets the past, mistakes the past, right? And the Six of Swords, let's get beyond it. So I kind of see it as like a little bit of a split reading, depending on your situation. Take it as it resonates. So that's what I have for you. Let me tell you the astrology that came through. Don't forget there is a link below. So for some of you, those little mini readings may talk about a new romance, and we may see the energies coming through for that. For others of you, it may be like what gets, what do we shine the light on? Where do we find the light in this darker period of the year in the Northern Hemisphere in our connection? So that's what I see. Let's see. We've got Queen of Swords is Libra. Chariot is Cancerian energy. The Moon is Pisces. Knight of Cups is Pisces as well. Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. We've got the Knight of Wands is Sagittarius. Temperance is Sagittarius. We have the Strength card is Leo. The Sun, right, is the Sun, but Leo energy, because Leo is ruled by the Sun. The world is Saturn, Aquarius, and Capricorn. We've got... The pages are all elements. So the Page of Swords is out twice. That's all air. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Lovers is Gemini. Queen of Wands is Aries. We've got the Emperor is also Aries. And we've got so that's a nice match. We've got the High Priestess is Pisces. We've got the Hierophant is Taurus, and the Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn. Fascinating reading. I love this, the throat chakra. And what do we have here? We have the Page of Swords twice, the Queen of Swords, the Eight of Wands. It's all about a conversation, Temple of Truth. Clear your throat, right? Find your voice. Be authentic in your self-expression. This is a light initiation. Of course it is. Great teacher awakening, divine magic coming through, and the Palladian activation coming together. Harmony in the heavens as on earth. Resolution. It's what's on the menu. The link to the extended is below. I'll see you there. New moon blessings, solstice blessings. Thank you for joining me. And thanks for your patience while I was a little under the weather. And I'll see you in a future reading. Bye for now.